Food is about so much more than just sustenance. It's about culture, it's about history, and sometimes it's about adventure. In the vast world of global cuisine, certain dishes transcend mere eating. They become experiences, stories you tell for the rest of your life. Few dishes embody that more than fugu, the Japanese pufferfish. This is not just a meal, it's a culinary rite of passage, a dance with danger, a flirtation with mortality on a beautifully arranged platter. The name itself whispers of risk, and a unique, centuries-old thrill. Imagine sitting down to something famed as much for its ability to kill as for its delicate, sublime flavor. For gastronomic thrill seekers, fugu is the pinnacle. It's wrapped in legend and governed by strict regulations. It's proof of the incredible skill and precision of Japanese culinary arts. It starts with knowing what you're about to eat, anticipation, and a slight thrilling fear. This food demands your full attention and respect. It challenges your courage and tests your trust in the chef whose hands hold your life. The allure is that paradox, deadly yet rendered safe by preparation. Preparing fugu is an art born of necessity, meticulous and honed over centuries. The chefs are guardians, not just cooks, highly trained specialists who spend years mastering this single dangerous fish. Their knowledge is a shield against the neurotoxin hidden in the organs. To eat fugu is to place faith in that tradition, to join a ritual steeped in honor, discipline, and an unparalleled respect for the ingredient. It's a statement about conquering fear through skill and knowledge. So, would you dare? So, what exactly is this infamous creature? Fugu is the Japanese word for pufferfish, a name that encompasses over 100 different species. However, only a select few are permitted for consumption, with the most prized being the tora fugu, or tiger pufferfish. These fish are easily recognizable by their unique ability to inflate their bodies with water or air, puffing up into a comical, spiky ball when threatened. This defense mechanism is a warning sign, a visual cue to the potent danger that lies within. While they may look slightly clumsy and charming, they are, in fact, one of the most poisonous vertebrates in the world. The danger of fugu doesn't come from its spines or its bite, but from a powerful poison it carries within its body. This is not a fish you can simply catch, fillet, and fry. The poison, known as tetrodotoxin, is concentrated in specific parts of the fish: liver, ovaries, skin, intestines, eyes. The flesh, or muscle, is generally considered safe, but the risk of cross-contamination during the cleaning process is incredibly high. The poison that makes fugu so deadly is called tetrodotoxin, or TTX. To understand the gravity of eating this fish, you have to understand what this substance does to the human body. Tetrodotoxin is a neurotoxin, which means it attacks the nervous system. It works by blocking the sodium channels in the membranes of our nerve cells. These channels are like tiny gates, essential for transmitting electrical signals from our brain to our muscles. When TTX blocks these gates, nerve signals are silenced. The messages simply stop getting through, leading to a swift and terrifying paralysis. What makes tetrodotoxin so uniquely frightening is its potency. It is estimated to be over 1,200 times more poisonous than cyanide. There is no known antidote. A minuscule amount, a dose that could fit on the head of a pin, is enough to kill a grown adult. And because it doesn't affect the brain directly, victims often remain fully conscious and aware as their bodies shut down. They can feel themselves becoming paralyzed, unable to move or speak, and eventually, unable to breathe. Death typically occurs from respiratory failure as the diaphragm becomes paralyzed. Becoming a licensed fugu chef in Japan is not a casual career choice. It is a profound commitment that requires years of dedicated study and practice. The path is long and arduous, designed to weed out anyone who lacks the necessary skill, discipline, unwavering focus. The journey begins with an apprenticeship under a master fugu chef. This is not a quick training program. An aspiring chef will typically spend at least 2 to 3 years, sometimes much longer, working in the kitchen, observing every move the master makes. For the first year, they might not even be allowed to touch the fish, confined to tasks like washing dishes, preparing vegetables. During this intensive apprenticeship, the student learns everything there is to know about the pufferfish. They must identify dozens of species, knowing instantly which are edible and which are lethally toxic. They memorize the intricate anatomy of the fish, practicing on countless fish, learning the exact location of the poisonous organs. Every slice is deliberate, every movement is precise. After completing a lengthy apprenticeship, the aspiring fugu chef must face the final hurdle: The official licensing examination. This test is notoriously difficult, pass rate often around 30 to 35%. The exam is administered by the government and is designed to be an uncompromising evaluation. It is broken down into multiple parts. Failing any single part means waiting another year to try again. The first part is typically a written test, assessing deep knowledge, species identification, anatomical structures, toxin types and concentrations, disposal protocols, and food sanitation laws. Even the correct procedures for treating poisoning are tested. Next comes the practical. A whole pufferfish and a strict time limit, usually around 20 minutes. They must correctly identify the species, and then, with surgical precision, dissect it. Edible parts and toxic organs are placed into correctly labeled trays. Judges scrutinize knife skills, cleanliness, and calm efficiency under pressure. Any sign of cross-contamination results in immediate failure. Toxic parts, especially liver and ovaries, must be secured for disposal under strict regulations. Eating fugu in a high-end Japanese restaurant is not just a meal. It is a carefully orchestrated ceremony known as Kaiseki. A full fugu course is a journey through textures and preparations. The experience is deliberate and paced. A delicate salad, a savory custard with tiny flecks of fugu skin. The first taste gently prepares the palate for the main event. The centerpiece is the sashimi, fugu sashi, or tessa. The chef slices with a long fugu hiki knife, so thin you see the plate beneath. Slices arranged like a chrysanthemum, a poignant symbol, a reminder of the fine line between pleasure and peril. Eat with a light ponzu dipping sauce. Garnish of finely sliced scallions, a bit of momiji oroshi, grated daikon with chili. Then the meal moves to cooked courses. Fugu kara age, lightly battered deep-fried pieces near the bone. Crispy outside, moist, tender inside. The main cooked course, fugu nabe or tachiri. Chunks of fish, bones, and vegetables simmering in dashi. Mushrooms, leafy greens, the fish flavors the broth. So, after all the risk and ceremony, what does fugu actually taste like? This is a question that fascinates many. The flavor of fugu is famously subtle, clean, elegant. It is not a fishy or overpowering taste. The raw flesh reveals a unique texture, delicate, slightly chewy, shikoshiko, refined, almost neutral, with a hint of sweetness and a quiet umami that lingers. The taste is so subtle it becomes a canvas for condiments. The citrusy tang of ponzu, the gentle heat of momiji oroshi. Many connoisseurs report a faint tingling, a slight numbing on the lips and tongue, caused by an infinitesimal, non-lethal trace of tetrodotoxin the chef may leave. A masterful display of control. The chef brings you to the edge of danger without crossing it. The tingling is a visceral reminder of the fish's potency. It turns eating into a thrilling, multi-sensory event, a gentle, electric hum that sharpens the moment. A culinary tightrope walk. The numbness proves how close you are to the edge. The history of eating fugu in Japan is long, complex, and filled with periods of both celebration and prohibition. Evidence suggests pufferfish were eaten over 2,000 years ago, fugu bones from the Jomon period. For centuries it was a risky but popular food, especially in Western Japan. Poisonings were common. Many samurai died from improperly prepared fugu, an ignominious end. These deaths led to bans during the Azuchi Momoyama and Edo periods. The shogunate outlawed fugu. Samurai were forbidden. Yet a clandestine culture persisted, especially far from the capital. Shimonoseki remains Japan's fugu capital. In the late 19th century, Japan's first prime minister, Ito Hirobumi, was served fugu during stormy seas. Impressed by its flavor, he helped lift the prohibition in Yamaguchi, paving the way for eventual legalization. Thus began the modern era, with strict licensing to ensure safety while preserving tradition. Today, it's a luxury food, often eaten in winter and on special occasions and business dinners. Chrysanthemum plating nods to its deadly past. Licensing symbolizes discipline and artistry. In art and poetry, fugu stands for beauty and peril, a balance between life and death. In the end, why do people continue to seek out and eat a dish that carries such a significant, historical risk? The answer goes deep into human psychology and our relationship with food. It's about conquering fear, participating in a tradition hundreds of years old, and trusting completely in another human's skill. It is an act of culinary bravery. In a world that's predictable and safe, fugu offers a rare taste of genuine primal thrill. It's a story to tell, a badge of honor for the adventurous. It also reflects Japanese culinary philosophy: purity, precision, respect for the ingredient. A potentially lethal element transformed through discipline into something sublime. The chef becomes a guardian, mediating raw nature and refined palate. The experience is communal, a collective adventure and a powerful shared memory. Ultimately, fugu is a perfect paradox: dangerous yet safe, simple yet complex, terrifying and beautiful. For those who dare, it offers not only a unique flavor, but a connection to precision, artistry, and the courage to face danger. Proof that sometimes the greatest pleasures lie just beyond fear.